ready?
Yeah.
What is up, kings and queens? Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses. Welcome to episode 3 of Wo.Ke Podcast. Today I have special guests for you. And on my left, I have Fiona. On my right, I have Liz Nana. Two very special ladies. So yeah, let's get it going.
Yeah, let's catch a vibe.
So how did I meet them? There is this group of ours called SoulTribe, which is basically a community of like-minded spiritual beings coming together to to build each other, to create a new reality. Because we are trying to create a whole new reality outside of the matrix. So maybe Nyando can tell us her inspiration for starting the group and what vision she has for it.
Mostly I created SoulTribe to have a community, to support each other, to share experiences and knowledge. On this path, it gets very, very lonely, and you lose most of your friends. You don't know who to confide in, what you're going through. Times you feel like you're going crazy, you don't know where to start. So SoulTribe was meant to be a community where we can support each other and come together like a sort of a retreat from the system.
Yeah.
The system is draining, it's burdening. So we have SoulTribe where we know we go there to replenish our minds, to replenish our souls, and to replenish our bodies as well. So when we meet, we have some foods. Yeah, we have some yoga. We meet in nature, communing with nature, as nature. Yeah, and I love that it's a space where I go to reconnect with myself and with my guides, and you gain new perspectives, which is very important in your spiritual journey, because it's all about evolution and transcending who you are at the core to meet yourself, and unbecoming, and unlearning, learning and relearning. So the vision for SoulTribe is mostly to create a safe space where we can lead others into light as well.
Ashe, my sister. Yeah, so it's just so good to have a community of high vibrational soul. People who don't drain you, they add to your cup instead of emptying it. And every day, you meet someone with a different perspective. And sometimes it gets crazy because we have a WhatsApp group, and the chats, everyone has their own opinion, has their own way of looking at things. And the idea is to even challenge each other. Whatever spiritual progress you've made, you have to like accommodate other people on the same journey. So Liz, what does SoulTribe mean for you?
Yeah, SoulTribe is my family. That's a place where after so much after being drained so much, like around the people who don't get you, you just meet them and you feel at home. You feel like you're vibing high now. After now going back home, you feel like you're on a different level for sure. Not the way you're usually drained by the people around you. And then it's also like people are so open-minded. Like we don't judge each other. We just understand people where they are, the level they're at. So yeah, I really feel at home. I consider them my family.
Wow, that's deep. And the other thing is, SoulTribe is mostly focused on melanated people. Africans discussing these things with each other, Africans coming together to realize our full potential, our greatness. Because when many of us enter the spiritual path, we are mostly exposed to Western perspectives and Western ideas, and as much as there are truths in that, definitely, they still lack some element that is very crucial, because we cannot talk about spirituality as Africans and forget our roots. So they have to go together, and unfortunately history has been so fabricated, it is hard to know what is truth and what is not. And yeah, everyone, it's like a quantum reality whereby two states of reality exist together at the same time. So it's all about perspective, and the greatest teacher, in my opinion, is ourselves. At some point you have to find that truth embedded in your DNA, in your cells, and then project it on the external world. Yeah.
That's true, because Liz was asking the same thing. When we start to speak about African spirituality,
Yeah.
how do I go about it? Where do I start? I have no prior knowledge on this. Because see, when we get into this spiritual path, it is mostly infiltrated by the very people who try to erase our history.
Yeah.
You cannot be taught by someone who tries to make you into something less than who you are, you know? So yeah, it has been the same for most of us,
Yeah.
me as well, because I don't know much about our African history, but the good thing is we are willing to learn.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be a process to excavate the truths of who we were before all of that was fabricated, as being slaves, you know, as being the people who how do I put it, the people who were seen as lesser than savages, you know, that's all we know, that's all that is in the textbooks.
Yeah.
But sometimes you hear about the great kings like Mansa Musa, Queen of Sheba, you know, great leaders, greatness. We hear about our greatness without having really learned about it. So I feel like it's gonna be really good learning about all of these things. It's gonna help us to embody our power, being backed up by that source of power as well, our ancestors. So, as his chat reads, a people without knowledge of their past is like a tree without roots.
Ashe, from the most honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who in my opinion is the greatest Pan-African leader of all time, because he offered Africans a blueprint for their own salvation, you know, like gave us confidence in self, reminding us of the greatness of our people, and if we come together we can do it again to even greater heights. So a stepping stone to learning about African spirituality is to learn about your history, because once you know what you've done before, your consciousness, you know, goes to a whole different level. You have the confidence to do it once again.
Yeah, because the only way to go forward is going back. We have to know our history as Africans.
Yeah.
So that's really important.
Yep.
As our sister Nzasu said, it's a spirituality. Did she?
Yeah.
Spirituality, something of the sort.
Spirituality.
Yeah. So it's going back and forth, but different points.
Yeah.
To
And
remember who we are.
True. And in the end, you know, time is cyclical. So certain energies will keep coming back, certain truths will keep coming back. And I don't know what you feel about time being cyclical. Is it part of, you know, samsara, the wheel of birth and death, or, you know, it's something different?
Indeed, there is a rhythm to how things work in this realm we find ourselves in. even the patterns themselves of nature dictate that there are cycles to everything. Yeah, so we rise, we fall, only to rise again.
Yeah.
We fall due to lack of knowledge. We fall due to not embracing our power, or rather, even external forces that rise. But always we know the light will always burn the Maya, the illusion.
Right.
The light of knowledge will always burn the Maya of disillusion. Everything is cyclical. Everything happens in cycles, from the moon to the sun to the phases of our menstruation. So I feel all of them have a part to play. When the leaves fall, they become manure for growth in the next. So it's kind of like a whole process. We go back, we go forth. It's all part of the process. Much like ourselves, in spirituality, sometimes you feel you have taken steps forward, and then sometimes you feel like you've taken like 5 steps back. But it's only to gain a certain perspective that was needed. Just like the catapult, the further back you go, the more forward you can shoot.
Wow. I'm glad you brought that up. The further back you go, the more you can shoot forward. And this particularly applies to us as Africans across the globe, because we fell to the lowest of the lowest. And that implies once we awaken to our true selves, the higher we are going to rise to even greater heights,
Look at it this way, brother. The deeper the roots of a tree, the bigger it can grow. So indeed we shall rise even higher than we were before. Ubuntu, finding our tribe, holding each other. Because I've been seeing this post of how Africa's population is vastly growing. So if only we could invest in ourselves, teach our children, and love on each other, supporting each other, I think we'd go very far and very fast. But they try to separate us and make us think that things outside ourselves and competition is the way to go. But it actually is not. As Jasmine Mariposa says, you can grow the veggies, you can be the chef, and I can have the hotel. We can all work as symbiosis. It's not a competition.
The Matrix has had us competing against ourselves from the very day we were born. It's like even the education system is not about learning per se, it's about getting the highest grades and being better than everyone else, so that you can enter a shitty job to again compete for higher and higher positions, and eventually when you retire at old age, you wonder, wow, is that all there is to life? Just being in a state of competition against your fellow brothers and sisters, instead of cooperation, which is Ubuntu, like you said, Ngendo. And so much can be done in the spirit of Ubuntu as compared to each person going at it alone. So much can be done collectively as a people.
That's why there's so much jealousy and anger. Like, there's no love because they're always competing. We've always been conditioned that everything is scarce, so we have to compete, and we can never rise in that mentality. We should know that we should just support each other.
And one fact is that African people are the global majority, and that's such a huge factor. Like, if we were aware of this, all of us were to be aware that we are the global majority, we are everywhere on this planet, and if we just decide to unite right now, then it's game over.
But they know that. That's why they don't want us to know that.
Yeah.
That unity is like that, love is like that. Yeah, that's why they always condition us to just be vibing like this. That's why we never. But we're rising.
Yeah.
I saw a video on YouTube and it was talking about how this is like a game of Monopoly where we play, we win the money, and then they take the money, use it for themselves, and tell us, you know, where is your money, and they've taken it from us. If only we have the resources. If only we did not learn from memory, but we learned to be the manufacturer, not the consumer. You know, if we learned to be creative, you know, they always make sure to crush our creativity and just discourage us from taking paths that lead us to being more than we can be. They train us to just work for the system. Like, go get a job, be a lawyer for fighting for the system, the police, all of these things. They just want us to have such a part to play in the system, and then them giving out small incentives just to keep us there. You know, like the money, just enough to get you living a certain way, but not enough to have financial freedom. So you're dependent on the system, a system that is just in place for them to win the race. See? They are the people with the money to go for all those retreats. They are the people with the money to buy the land to be able to do their own, you know?
To travel the world.
To do whatever it is they want. But I believe, even if they put us last on the race, we are powerful. We are resourceful. We will find our way. And when we do, we shall not lead with anger and revenge. We shall lead with knowledge, power, and love, as the leaders before us did. They did not rule. Yes, they were rulers in different places on earth, but they led with knowledge. They led with love, you know. And I would not like to say it's sad to see where our people have descent to, but because it is only in falling that we know how to get ourselves back out. So here we are, walking our way. Imagine having all our memories erased when we come here, and we still find our way back there.
Wow, magical.
It's magical,
It's like mind blowing.
For sure.
Like, even if you take everything away from us, we shall still remember, we shall still rise. It's in our DNA.
Exactly.
And you know, at the end of the day, this financial thing is not just about money, it's deeper than that. They want us to be in survival mode so bad, so that we don't have the time to research on this kind of stuff. That's why we'll never, you know, they know our power as melanated people. And they know, like, Moziti was telling me in the Mau they used to fight like
spiritual wars, the women.
So they know we got that in our DNA, but they want us to be in survival mode. They always, you know, when you grow up, you always taught, you know, you need to work hard, you get this job, and then you live a happy life, and then you retire at 65. What you gonna do?
Exactly.
What you gonna do? Like, are you gonna start researching about spirituality at 65, or you're just so tired you just wanna die? Like, they know what they're doing. But like she said, it's so magical. Like, even after all that, you're still here.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Life is beautiful, isn't it?
it is.
Life is so beautiful, so abundant, so full of opportunities and freedom. Like every single moment is a portal. You can choose whether I want to go this way or that way. As much as they present it to us, they present it to us for the consent so that they don't get the karmic backlash. But we're the ones to make the choice.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Am I gonna buy that Jimmy shoe? Or am I gonna just buy something that is actually of sustenance for me? You know? And to my community. Because it's not just about me. What does that say when I buy that Jimmy shoe instead of buying that akala?
Locally made shoe.
That akala my neighbor has made.
We are giving them money.
We have to
we are not putting the economy is so down, and we are not supporting each other. You see, like even people importing clothes from outside, they're not supporting locally made things, and that's why we always be down.
So as much as the system is designed to keep us down, we have to also take accountability for our own actions. Free will plays a huge role in this. So the fact that we crave foreign things so much, like we take pride owning a foreign brand rather than a locally made one. So at one point or another, you know, we have to say, okay, we are going to fully support ourselves. Let's have a circular economy. Anything that we can make by ourselves, no matter how small, we're going to promote that. And they talk about a free economy. Capitalism is all about free economy, whereby any country can sell in your country. And they put, this is part of what organizations are like IMF and World Bank, they ensure that the economy is free so that they can bring their products here. But if you look at a country like China, these people take so much pride in what they do. Like literally, they would rather buy their own brand, even if it's not as good as a foreign brand, before they consider another kind of brand. For example, I heard the Chinese government put some sanctions on iPhones. They have banned iPhones from being used by government officials. So the net effect of this is that they keep it a circular economy because people will be forced to buy local.
I think that we should do something like that for Africa. I love how Ruto has lifted the ban on in-house trading in Africa. Like he's lifted the taxes and all that. So we are able to trade free within our continent, or rather our family. And to make travel like tax free.
Visa free.
Visa free. Like how they do the Schengen visa, you know, in Europe.
Right.
Once you get a Europe Schengen visa, you can go to Greece or those places. It should be that way. Explore our gems. Look how they always make our God's treasure chest. Congo always fighting.
Congo is like the heart chakra of Africa.
Like they have the oil. They haven't even discovered it. They have all of these things.
They have the coltan. Can you speak about coltan?
They
Every smartphone that we own has to have coltan, sort of like part of a semiconductor that they use. And this coltan primarily comes from the Congo. So this conflict in the Congo is definitely by design, so that they can get these minerals cheap.
Here's a joke. These people have all those resources, but they're here selling for us screen protectors. They're the people who sell screen protectors. They walk around everywhere, burning in the sun. My beautiful brothers and sisters. Oh my goodness. They're refugees.
They also sell chai.
Doing all of that.
That's all in the salons. they are being exploited.
Mm.
Like how those people who, of course, they have to exploit those people who mine.
Yeah, literally children are the ones mining.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's not, they're used to it. This is what they've always been doing, right?
Yeah. But at some point, you see, even organizations like the African Union, that's the work they should be doing. They should be ensuring everyone has their gets their full right in Africa, you know. Yeah, so at some point we have to like step up to our power and take back what is our right, our God-given right on this planet as the original man and woman of planet Earth, you know. Also, so let's talk about hacking the money matrix, you know.
Talk to us, brother.
Yeah, hacking the money matrix, because there is a lot of experience to be had here on Earth, and many things, as you know, depend on money.
Yeah.
But something that has been, you know, a conflict for me is the fact that on the one hand, money is key to attracting abundance. On the other, it is part of this capitalist system that, you know, keeps us oppressed. So, you know, how do you draw the balance without hating it, if I can put it that way?
You just know that money provides for you what you need to survive this matrix. So there's no you can hate it, because at the end of the day, you need what you need to survive there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You need to really sit down and understand why you hate it. Because don't be so
Quick to put it off.
yeah. And also don't be, I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it. But don't be swayed away by what is happening. Let me just say that.
Right.
Just think about yourself. Don't think about other people. Think about yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you start thinking about what money does, then you're never gonna hack the money matrix.
Yeah.
I feel like it is a notion that's been put for us to think that money is hard to come by.
Yeah.
But money is energy, literally.
Yeah.
All you have to do is tap into it.
Yeah.
It's just that we've not been taught from a young age. That's why I insist on teaching these things to our children when they are young. Money is not hard to come by. And money is with the people.
Yeah.
To be of service to the people enables the money to flow within you and your cycle. You know?
Yeah.
So, for example, you ask yourself, how can I be of service to the community?
Yeah.
And what passion do I have? How can I co-create with Source?
Yeah.
And when you are divinely inspired, everything falls into place. Like how the money will come for you to start that business, or how will I get that camera for the YouTube?
Yeah.
Trust, everything comes on a gold platter, not even silver platter.
Yeah.
Everything is just so easy once you are in flow. The universe always tells us, work on your relationship with me, I'll work on everything else on your behalf.
Yeah.
But because you're being so rushed by the system, I want to pay my bills, I have my baby I need to take care of, my rent, will I be homeless just because I'm spiritual? You know, like that guy you like so much, what does he say? He says being spiritual does not mean being broke.
Yeah.
If anything, the money should fall in the hands of those who really know what to do with it. To help the community grow, to help themselves grow. Money only makes you more of who you are.
Yeah.
It's mostly the limiting beliefs that we have grown up accumulating.
Exactly.
That money is scarce. That's only because the monopoly that was played to take away the money from our ancestors.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have a fast start at the race, but that does not mean that we cannot get there ourselves. You know, especially when you remember that money is always in flow.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's always in flow, so don't try to hold
To
it.
hold on to it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
don't try to hold on to it. Allow it to flow. You go to that mamamboga, buy the money. That
Yeah.
mamamboga will go and buy a shoe from someone else, you know. Let it flow within the community.
Yeah.
And it's very important, as you spoke about the Chinese, to invest in your community, the African community. You know, we have coffee, we have cotton.
Yeah.
We can exchange with people who have different things within the continent.
Yes.
We are so self-sufficient, the
So
cradle of
rich.
mankind. The sun on our skin, the air is so fresh, you know. Our skin absorbs melanin, it absorbs the sun rays, you know. It's like we are nature itself.
Yeah.
So when you look around and see how abundant nature is,
Yeah.
I feel like you can really tap into how abundant you can be as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just working on your energy. Always, especially in spiritual businesses, you find that your business works according to how your level of energy works.
Yeah.
When your energy is low, business is down, you get worried, business is down. But when you just think, OMG, I am everything and
Yeah.
nothing at all, everything just flows.
Yeah.
And that point of surrender is what releases the resistance to
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
We have to,
all
like-
about energy.
Yes. We have
All
to
of
open
it.
ourselves up and allow the universe to bring these things to us. That resistance you talk about is, you know, caused by the limiting beliefs, by the mental chains. And once you like free yourself, there's nothing you can't do, you know. And also realizing that money is not real. You
Yo,
know?
I was
Money is
just
not-
tapping you to say the exact same thing I saw somewhere.
Telepathy.
That take money off that pedestal.
Yeah,
It will become
exactly.
so much more easier
Yeah.
for you to be able to manifest it. Money manifestation. It's just but a bridge to take you to whatever reality you want. You know, money is nothing physical. That's why they're so worried about keeping the money physical, so that you think it's physical. But look at even M-Pesa. It's not. It's just energy.
Yeah. Exactly.
They play with fake numbers.
Fake
in this.
zeros.
Yo,
And the
wow. Man, they be playing with our minds,
Yeah.
but we smarter. You know.
Mm.
You play with our minds, but we're still here.
Yeah.
Look at us. We are the ancestors.
Incarnated in this
Yeah,
time.
right?
We shall transcend all of this. Look at how, since like 2010, look at the spiritual evolution that's been happening within the community. People are waking up. We
Yeah.
are waking up, and it's threatening the system. That's why they're trying to distract us so much.
Yeah.
You know, endorsing our black celebrities to endorse us with like fame and like owning these big things.
Yeah.
Man, give me like $100 million. I'm not going to buy no Ferrari or yacht. I'm gonna buy an island and start a cool community.
Word,
You know,
word.
build an ashram where we can all live in unity. You know,
Yeah.
like live holistically, plant our herbs, food,
Right? Yeah.
teach our children. We
Most
have
definitely.
to take back our power because, and not so politely. You know, if we do it politely and ask them, can we have it back?
Hey,
We can't.
that's not
They
gonna
won't give
happen.
it back.
You
we
have
have
to
to
take
take
it.
it back.
You have to
And it
take it.
starts from the inside out. So working on the spiritual first. Yeah. Knowledge.
Yeah. The powerful never give the oppressed the kind of education they need to free themselves up from the system. So in the end, we have to take charge of our reality. Like even if you look at the US dollar, it's basically not backed by anything tangible, no resource backing it. and so its only value is because we attach value to it, you know.
Yeah.
Which means we can decide to make our own currency as Africans, and this one will be backed by our actual resources, and we tell the world, if you want to trade with us, we are not going to use the dollar. We are going to use our own currency. And I think that will solve a lot of our problems.
What holds us back? Is it that our leaders want a place on the table that they can never have? They make the insinuation that they can have a place on the table if they quote unquote play their game, but they can never. It's a scam.
Yeah.
So what holds us back exactly?
Ourselves, for sure.
The lack of unity, lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge of self.
Yeah.
So here we are. Is it the Wo.Ke Podcast? Here we are trying to at least enlighten the people who see this. You know, even if it's just that one spark that hits and leads you into your own rabbit hole of finding your own truth, your own path. That's all it's always been about.
Yes.
Being that log of fire that allows the warmth and then lighting up of the desire for knowledge.
Yeah. Wow. I hear you, sister. I hear you. And so it all starts with self. Even people, let's say the fact that they are more technologically advanced, even weaponry, for example, they have the most advanced weapons. So that can intimidate people, like, yo, these people can bomb us, they can throw a nuclear bomb at any time. But we have to transcend this physical reality, which is an illusion. At one point, the bullet is not real, the bomb is not real. You have all the power within you. And like Bob Marley said, have no fear for the atomic bomb, because none of them can stop the time. You know, this is our time, and once we have won the battle of the mind, everything else is trivial. Ashe.
Love and light to you, family.
Yeah.
Power and healing. Because we need it.
Most definitely. Okay, so
Thank you for having us.
you are most welcome. I look forward to more episodes like this. It's also good to hear the perspective of our sisters also, because they bring a certain intelligence, you know, especially that right brain, intuitive, emotional intelligence. And I really appreciate you for this. I mean, we all know the black woman is the mother of us all, so we ought to elevate her, we ought to respect her, and let her play a role in healing the world at this point. Okay, thank you for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. Yep.